father and him, naturally, and his father, and his brother. He is so distant, and he seems unfeeling, and yet his brother has been very kind, has he not?" she asked anxiously, pushing herself up again. "Don't you think the captain is kind? I said as much to my mother, but she said I was not to think of him at all. I wasn't thinking of him. I was merely pointing out that he seems kinder than his brother." "Where is your mother?" Bernadette asked curiously. She often lost track of Lady Kent, who was as quiet and unobtrusive as a mouse. Avaline was boisterous in comparison. "She is with Lady Mackenzie, somewhere in this huge and wretched place," Avaline said morosely, and gestured lamely to the walls around them. "Lady Mackenzie bid me join them, but I begged her pardon and said I was so very tired after the journey. But really, Bernadette," she said, "really, I thought I might burst into tears if I remained another moment." "Then it's good you came here," Bernadette said, and put an arm around Avaline's shoulders. Avaline suddenly burst into tears and buried her face in Bernadette's shoulder. "I can't believe I must marry him," she wailed. Neither could Bernadette, frankly, but it was the way of things for a girl born to Avaline's station in life. They married men who strengthened their family's connections and made them all richer. "Men always appear much fiercer when they are unknown," she said, patting Avaline's back. "It's natural for them to appear so." "It is?" No, of course it wasn't natural. Had the girl learned anything from Bernadette in the last 6 years? Yes, always. They must preen and show their fierceness to attract a mate, much like a rooster. "Like a rooster," Avaline repeated, sounding hopeful now. She sat up again and folded her hands primly in her lap. "Avaline—" Bernadette stood from the bed and kneeled down before her, so that she was looking her in the eye. "You must reserve judgment of him. In situations like this, the first meeting is truly the hardest. But when you are alone with him— Alone? Not alone. You know I'll be nearby," Bernadette said soothingly. "Say you are invited to walk with him. You might use that opportunity to converse with him, ask him questions about himself, and assure yourself he is not as boorish, primitive, savage, as distant as he has appeared to you," she said, and smiled. "Men are quite eager to speak of themselves, and need only the slightest encouragement. I've no doubt you'll find him a wonderful companion if you allow him to focus his attention on himself." Avaline seemed highly sceptical. Bernadette would have to improve her powers of persuasion, but her belly chose that moment to growl with hunger. And rather loudly, too. She hadn't had a bite of food since early in the morning. Avaline looked at Bernadette's belly. "Oh, dear, you haven't eaten." No, she'd not eaten, because that craggy old bastard of a butler had instructed her to come and prepare her lady's bedchamber. Firstly, Avaline was not a lady. Secondly, Bernadette was not a bloody chambermaid. Granted, she was scarcely a rung above it, but she had her pride. She was, after all, the daughter of a recognized knight, Sir Whitman Holly, and his wife, her mother, Lady Esme Holly. "How very careless of us," Avaline said. "You mustn't give it another thought," Bernadette said. She would be thinking about it all night, enough for the both of them. "No, I am going to summon them now and tell them I've an idea," Bernadette said. "I'll help you ready for bed, then I'll go and seek out the kitchen. I shan't disturb anyone. They'll be quite well occupied with putting the house to bed." "Well," Avaline said uncertainly, and bit her bottom lip again. Bernadette pointed to her own lip, and Avaline stopped chewing at once. It was a dreadful habit the girl had, and on more than one occasion she'd ended the day looking as if someone had slapped her across the mouth.